Hello and welcome back to this Let's Play of 𝒫𝓁𝑒𝒂. In the last episode, Tsubaki finally realised what it means to be an idol, and especially being an underground idol, and so she is ready to follow in the main character's dream of seeing idols succeed. And just as they are working on fantastic products, there is a big variety show, I guess you could say, coming on, and called Princess One, and they've got 5 days to set up their idols to enter this singing competition and popularity contest, and if they're successful they could make it big. So let's see how this is all going on. Several productive days go by in a flurry of activity. As soon as our idol performers have been decided, we finish preparing the song lists and outfits. Then before I know it, it's the day of pre-1, and we're just waiting for the show to start. Then that's when it happened. Well, that's when what happened? There's always got to be something dramatic. One of our performers ran away. Yeah, I was waiting and waiting, but she never showed up. That's when I started getting worried. We all go pale at the news of this unexpected disaster on the day of the event. It looks like our idol got scared of going on the big stage. She met up with a guy she had secretly been seeing and took an overseas trip. Oh, scandal. We love a good entertainment scandal. My supervisor was only able to get in touch with her a few minutes ago. He usually looks upbeat, so I can tell from his grim expression that the situation is serious. So then, we can't perform at pre-1. We just have to ask them to let us cancel. I'll talk to the boss and see how we want to move forward. You two, please explain the situation to the organisers. Having said this, my supervisor hurries out of the backstage area. Another on-the-spot decision. That's my supervisor, all right. Ooh, that's my supervisor, all right. I, on the other hand, feel so overwhelmed by everything that I can't think at all. He asked me to explain the situation, but what am I supposed to do? Cancelling on pre-1 is totally unheard of. I have no idea what I'm going to say to the organisers, much less to our fans. You gotta be kidding me. Tsubaki has been standing silent for a while. When she finally speaks, that one ominous phrase is all I need to hear to know that she's furious. She blew off such a big event to run off with a guy? That stupid little amateur. I'm gonna grab her by the neck and toss her into next week. Whoa, take it easy, Tsubaki. How am I supposed to take it easy? Here I thought she was practicing like crazy, but that was actually all an act. What a joke. We worked hard to get everything ready for trash like her, and now we look like idiots. She's right. Tsubaki, my supervisor, and I have been working around the clock to get everything ready. Everything we did was for the sake of the idols. It feels like a betrayal of our feelings, so it's understandable that she'd be angry. I don't care where she went. I won't be happy until I kick the crap out of her. So aggressive. Big mama energy. I feel the same way, but I can't exactly go around doing that kind of stuff, can we? But we can't exactly go around doing that kind of stuff, can we? I shout this before I can stop myself, then I pause, confused. Our idol is definitely at fault for running away, but that's no excuse to give into anger and get violent. What then? We just do nothing? According to the contract our idol signed with the agency, we should be able to file for damages. But neither Tsubaki nor I have the right to do anything beyond that. If we resort to violence, we'll definitely be the ones who end up worse off. We'll explain the situation to the organiser and ask them to let us cancel. Pre-1 hasn't started yet, so there should be still time. Still, we'll be cutting it close. There's just 1 hour until the show starts. If only we'd found out sooner. No, saying that won't change anything. In any case, we need to do what we can. What now, Tsubaki? Seeing the mixed emotions on Tsubaki's face, I have no idea what's going through her head. But there's no denying that pre-1 is the biggest event in the underground idol industry. It might be at a small live house, but it will still be jam-packed with fans hoping to see the birth of tomorrow's top idols. We won't be able to avoid disappointing all those idol fans and losing their trust if we cancel now. This is seriously the worst. The only choice we have left is to go public with the information as soon as possible. It'll get out anyway if we try to hide it, so at times like these it's better to just explain the situation without covering anything up. Tsubaki, you wait backstage. I have to go take care of a few things. But this means your dream, well, isn't there anything else we can do? My supervisor and I are participating in the event on behalf of the agency, so obviously responsible for the situation. Tsubaki's right to worry. If I take the fall for this, there's a good possibility that the doors to becoming a producer will close on me. I'll get labelled as a hack who can't even manage his own idols, putting my position in the industry itself at risk. I'll just have to give up on my dream. We'll have to find a stand-in. Oh, no. We'll have to find a stand-in. Obviously, I'm going to say this. Well, we'll just have to find a stand-in. We can't afford to cancel, so if we can just find an idol who can stand in to perform. But I realise that isn't realistic. Even if we call one of our idols, they'll never make it in time for the start of the show. Tsubaki seems to understand this as she shakes her head. It'll never work. Not now. Yeah, I know. As I'm replying, I suddenly realise something. Is it true that we might not have any idols who can make it in time? But what if it weren't one of ours? The girl standing right in front of me is definitely hiding all the makings of an idol. If Tsubaki were to stand in, would that be the answer to our problems? Senpai? What's wrong? You went all quiet just now. No, I was just thinking. I paused for a moment before continuing. I was wondering, would you consider standing in as our idol?
Huh?
What? Please, just this once. You gotta be kidding. Why do I have to? No way, I can't do that. I knew from the start that Tsubaki didn't want to become an idol, so I was expecting this kind of reaction. But this is my last thread of hope. Please, just go on stage this one time. I know exactly how good you are at singing. I know you can do this. You're crazy. Though she sounds resentful as she spits back this reply, she also seems to hesitate for a moment. Like me, she's probably feeling like it's all she can do to contain her frustration about the current situation. She might even be angrier than I am at our idol for running away from the big stage and inconveniencing the rest of us. Tsubaki is a serious person at heart, so there's no way she'll ever forgive our idols for abandoning her responsibility. Tsubaki is silent for a while, then she heaves a deep sigh before continuing. Fine, I'll go on. I don't want to see your dreams get crushed because of something like this. Thank you. But just this once. There's not going to be a next time. Of course, I understand that. Tsubaki has always rejected becoming an idol, so I have no right to hope for anything more than this. For the song and choreography, well, it'll work out somehow. I tagged along for the Runway Idols practice session, so I remember everything pretty well. I'm counting on you to back me up, senpai. No. Yeah, of course. I say this back, feeling confident we can pull this off. Yes. Things happen quickly once Tsubaki decides to be our stand-in. She gets added to the show list after we explain to the organiser that we privately scouted her to be our secret weapon for the event. Of course, everything's been approved by my supervisor. He left us in charge, so we have to make pre-1 a success for his sake too. Alright, this should work. Hey, can I run something by you? I went ahead and tried on the outfit. And we all know what outfit this is. Hearing Tsubaki's voice from behind the curtain marking off the backstage changing area, I turned my gaze in her direction. Let's see. So inappropriate. She's got a nice body though. Nice, like, athletic body. The person I see standing there is every inch an idol. The outfit originally belonged to the idol who was scheduled to perform, so we had to rush to get it adjusted for Tsubaki's frame. But it fits her so well, it might as well have been made to order. Tsubaki looks a little embarrassed, but I wasn't wrong to think she had the makings of an idol when we first met. Why aren't you saying anything? It looks bad, doesn't it? No, the opposite. It looks so good, it's scary. Having made this poor display of my vocabulary, I laugh. Anyone would say you're an idol if they saw you. It fits so perfectly, I don't even know what to say. Well, as long as it works. She says this in a murmur, wearing an unreadable expression. She holds up the hem of her skirt. It kind of feels drafty. I'm not really used to this kind of clothes. Think of it as an idol's uniform. You'll just have to bear with it for now. It's kind of a cute outfit though. Not gonna lie. I mean, if it covered a little more, I think it would be a cute outfit. Well, how do you feel? Are you ready? I'm getting there. I sang it by ear, but without time to practice. I'll be lying if I said I'm not nervous. You don't need to force yourself to match the recordings. You can arrange it to make it easier for you to sing, so feel free to do whatever you need. No matter how well she may remember the set list, ultimately the songs and choreography are all going to be a slapdash production. Compared to the other idols who had been taking lessons to prepare for Pre-1, she still lacks polish. It'll stand out, but we can't do anything about it now. Because of that, we'll do the opposite and highlight the fact that she's still unpolished instead. This will probably be her first and last time going on stage as an idol. That's the only thing we need to think about. If Tsubaki manages to enjoy herself, then this will have all been a big success. I probably don't even need to tell you this, but here goes. Conquering yourself before you could conquer others. Referencing a famous line from one of my favourite baseball mangas, I moved to hand Tsubaki a full water bottle. Just then I noticed that my hand is shaking. I'm nervous. The fact that I'm just now realising this probably means I'm losing my sense of judgment. Huh? Why are you the one who's more nervous? Don't make fun of me. I'm not, thanks to you. I feel a little bit more relaxed now. Having said this, Tsubaki gives a small nod. I guess I'm on soon. Wish me luck, senpai. I mean, producer. With that, Tsubaki leaves the backstage area and heads towards the stage. Not long after, the fans burst out in cheers and applause as they see Tsubaki coming onto stage. They love her already! Her singing is more than enough to capture the hearts of the assembled fans inside the underground show venue. But in my opinion, she can do much better than this. It's probably just the nerves, but her voice is a little too high-pitched. That's why I cry out to her from the audience in a carrying voice. You got this, Tsubaki! My cheering must have reached her. For just a moment she flashes a smile at me standing in the audience, then pausing mid-song she takes a deep... That's so weird that it doesn't... I assume it takes a deep breath. Takes a deep breath. It just doesn't carry... It doesn't... That's so weird. The venue buzzes. Some of the staff begin to panic, thinking something has gone wrong. But that's not the case. Tsubaki is pausing on purpose to pump herself up again. Then the show resumes. Now fully pumped up, Tsubaki turns into something truly incredible. Not only is her voice clear, her dancing is also powerful, if a little stiff, making full use of her excellent physical abilities. It might all be unpolished, but it comes together at a level beyond that of your average underground idol. Who's that girl? I've never seen her before. How is she not famous yet? The fans are speaking excitedly. As I listen to the chatter, I continue staring straight ahead towards the stage at Tsubaki and cheering her on. Yeah, woo, oh cute! It's clear that the fans are falling under the spell of this idol called Tsubaki as she goes through her planned set list. Tsubaki finishes her last song and the crowd's roar is its approval while giving her a big round of applause. But I haven't failed to notice the sudden change in her. Oh. The moment her performance ends, she crumples as if she's about to collapse on the spot. Tsubaki? I rush over in a panic and take her in my arms. Are you okay? Just a little tired. I'm fine. She put on a brave face, but she doesn't look fine at all, whatever she says. She performed as an idol on the fly without practice or preparation. Of course she's exhausted. Sorry, producer. I thought I could do a little better. Oh, bless her. My singing and dancing were so mediocre, my body just couldn't keep up at all. Aww. I guess I should have taken my lessons a little more seriously when I was a kid. She chuckles feebly, but I shake my head in reply. There was nothing mediocre about it. Not many idols could put so much energy into a performance without rehearsing. You did great. Anyway, let's get you off stage so you can rest. We're just about to leave when... Tsubaki! That was awesome! You're number one! The fans are sending up thunderous applause for Tsubaki is even louder than before, seeming to shake the entire space. Together with their chants of Tsubaki, Tsubaki, the assembled fans showing Tsubaki with their words of choice. I realise that all the people here have their hearts stolen by Tsubaki. In contrast, Tsubaki herself probably never even imagined that she'd get such a positive response. Oh, what's going on? I'm not even a real idol, I'm just a stand-in. But all of the fans here have accepted you for who you are. You hear that? All cheering is for you. Everyone's supporting you. Oh, it's gonna make me cry. Having said this, I hesitate a moment before continuing. Hey, Tsubaki? I know it might not have been for long, but how was it being an idol today? How was it? If you thought it was fun, even just a bit, why not keep at it a bit longer? No chance. You were watching, weren't you? I couldn't smile at all. I can't act like an idol. That's okay. Like they say in one of my favourite idol shows, an idol's job isn't to show people their smile, it's to make people smile. All the fans here are smiling because of your performance. You're more of an idol than anyone for being able to do that. Of course, I'm not going to force Tsubaki to do anything she doesn't want to do. It's just when she was performing, she was shining brighter than anyone I've seen. Wouldn't it be a waste to let that light go out after today? I feel like this is all some kind of prank. Tsubaki stands up slowly as she says this. Then grabbing the mic and holding it up high, she shouts out to the audience. Thank you guys! Catch you all next time! It's not really the kind of thing an idol would say. But her words seem to fire up the room even more. It shakes at the renewed chants of Tsubaki. There's no need to even wait for the voting results. Tsubaki is already the undisputed champion of Pre-1. This will go down in history at the moment Tsubaki, the idol, was born. Oh, the idol was born. So exciting. So is she now gonna be an idol? Tsubaki's amazed everyone by getting the most votes at Princess One, the Underground Idol Festival. Her live performance is already becoming the stuff of legend in the underground idol world, and I feel like she's getting more attention day by day. As her executive producer, I started supporting her both in public and in private. In this position, I not only manage her sales promotions and schedules, but also turn up at her dance lessons to watch over her training. I set up mini street performances and autograph sessions for today to help get Tsubaki's name out there. Tsubaki, are you ready to go? Oh, producer, sorry making you wait. I got a little wrapped up. The faint smell of shampoo drifts through me from Tsubaki finished her lesson and changed into plain clothes. She must have gone ahead and washed her hair while she was washing off the sweat in the shower. Producer, huh? I smile myself wryly. Even though a good amount of time has passed since I became her exclusive producer, I still feel a little embarrassed hearing Tsubaki call me that. I mean, at first she only addressed me as you, then senpai, now all of a sudden she's calling me producer? It's actually pretty touching when you think about it. Is it? Be careful not to push yourself too hard, okay? That goes for getting wrapped up in lessons too. I know, but now that I'm doing this, I want to give it my all. That's what I've decided. I don't want to make excuses for myself by saying things didn't work out because I didn't try hard enough. I wonder how many idols of our agency have this level of determination. Tsubaki has a talent to begin with, but talent isn't everything. When it's time to get serious, she's as tough as nails. It's like they say, you can't say you're working hard if you're practicing because someone told you to. Producer? Oh sorry, seeing you like this just made me remember a famous line from a manga. Again with a manga. You are really obsessed. Laughing, she crosses her arms. But that quote's got a point. Hard work means something when you do it for yourself. It's very true. I agree. Man, if I'd heard myself say that before, I probably would have died laughing. Tsubaki used to be so scared of taking things seriously that it's disgusted her, and all because she'd been forced to work for a dream she didn't even want. But things are different now. It makes me happy to see you working hard, but it's not good to overdo it. Your body has limits no matter how tough you are, and even your voice can suffer wear and tear, you know. When you say it like that, I guess I can't go against you, producer. I'll be careful from now on. I'm not sure how much of that sank in, but she's also not some child who can't look after her own body. Deciding to leave her own devices for now, I pick up her bags. There's no time, so do you want to take a taxi? We should be okay if it's not that far, so we'll get there right away if we just run a little. You're going to get all sweaty again after you just took a shower? Oh, that's true. Okay then, get us a taxi. I'll go ahead and wait outside. Laughing as she says this, Tsubaki opens the door to the lesson room and dashes outside. Good luck! You can do it! Oh, thank you! I can do without all of your support! I wonder how many times I've heard this exchange. After finishing her mini-street performance in Akihabara, Tsubaki heads straight to an autograph signing at an anime store. No fewer than 200 fans have gathered to catch a glimpse of the girl everyone's been talking about after Pre-1. The venue can only hold up to 100 people, which means that twice the number are hoping to attend the event. We can't hold an autograph signing with everyone, so we decided to run a makeshift lottery that same day. It sounds like Tsubaki isn't happy about it though. The autograph signing ends and the guests all leave. Tsubaki is pouting. I feel so bad for the fans who came all this way. I mean, they weren't able to participate just because of how the venue's set up. But it's hard for us to reserve any more seats with your current level of popularity. Deciding which venue to book depends a lot on an idol's popularity. To put it simple, it's about an idol's status. Today there just happens to be a lot of guests, but do you remember how we weren't able to refill the seats for the event the other day? No matter how popular Tsubaki might be compared to other underground idols right now, you could still say she's a total unknown in terms of her general popularity. At this point, she is in a tricky position, somewhere between major and minor, and there are still a lot of obstacles that she needs to overcome to make it to the top. That means she still doesn't have the status for us to book the big venues. Now that I'm an idol myself, I'm realizing for the first time just how tough it really is. There's just so much to do, you know, between live shows and lessons, and even then, you still might not get to be famous. It's not easy. You say that, and yet you look like you're kind of enjoying yourself. Well, I guess that's because now I'm also dreaming of making it to the top of an idol world with you, producer. Cute. Getting past the big obstacles means that much more. It's exciting, you know? Tsubaki grins as she says this. I shrug at the expression of childish innocence on her face. You're the kind of idol I can depend on. I thought the same when we were working together as staff, but I do feel like I can do anything when I'm with Tsubaki. I'm probably a real privileged being able to sketch out her dreams of becoming a top idol together with her. Okay then, I'll take care of cleaning up the venue. You go get changed in the locker room and get ready to go home. Having said this, I'm about to start removing the long tables and Tsubaki related merchandise placed around the venue when one of the anime store's staff calls out. Excuse me? Oh hello, thank you for letting us use the venue today. No, I'm just glad it was such a hit. I think it's pretty unprecedented for an underground idol to be this popular. Also, there's something I want to ask you about. What could it be? We weren't expecting the venue to be so packed with fans, but we pulled off the signing without any major issues. Of course, we would need to apologise if there had been any problems or disturbances. Actually, there's a cosplay event happening at our store today, but the girl who was scheduled to attend got sick. If it's okay, I thought I'd ask Tsubaki-san to stand in for her. She's good at being a stand-in. My heart goes out to the staff as the understanding dawns on me. The situations are pretty different, but I also end up on hot water at Pre-1 the other day because of a last-minute cancellation. It's not the cosplayers' fault for getting sick, but it's only natural for the event organisers to be panicking. What should I say? Of course? Sorry, I don't think that'll work. I reckon we go, of course. Of course, it's not a problem. I hesitate for just a second, but after all, I can't just ignore the staff when they're asking for help. A cosplay event is probably a good chance to get people to get to know about Tsubaki, so I can also see some benefits for us in collaborating. Thank you, this is a huge help. So that's what I was thinking too, that it will give more chance for them to see her, rather than just saying no. I guess she's going to be tired and all, but I think it will be useful. The only problem is that the cosplayer was going to participate as a volunteer, so it looks like we won't get any compensated. Of course, I'm probably the only one who will get yelled at if the agency finds out, but this is a chance to increase Tsubaki's visibility. After explaining to the staff that Tsubaki will participate as a volunteer just this once, I look over in her direction. Is this what it is? It is what it is, but it should be fine. Wait, what? Fumbling my speech mid-sentence in front of the staff, I blushed slightly. Tsubaki was there until a second ago, but I guess she must have gone ahead to the locker room. Oh no, it's going to be another awkward encounter. No, that can't be it. Tsubaki would usually say something to me before heading back. She's conscientious that way. I know she shows that kind of casual concern, so I won't worry. But if she disappears without saying anything, then that changes things. Excuse me, I'm gonna go look for Tsubaki. Tsubaki. Ugh. I don't know why I say that instead. Having said this to the staff, I start looking around for the places where I think she might be. Luckily, this store isn't that big. I don't know where she's hiding, but I should find her in no time. In fact, I'm able to make out the shape of Tsubaki's after just a few minutes of searching. She's standing in the corner of the area that sells women's ninja cosplay outfits. Seeing her staring at me intently, I grin at her, a bit perplexed. What are you doing over here? So sorry, I got a little angsty, you know. Angsty? I wondered what she's angsty about. Is this the same Tsubaki who never gets scared in any situation, and who even managed to be a perfect one-time stand-in for an idol? About the cosplay? Huh? It's the cosplay, alright? I don't know what kind of outfit I'm gonna have to wear, but I've never done anything like this before. Tsubaki blushes as she shouts this. Then I burst out laughing to spite myself. I mean, how could I not? Idols sing and dance on stage while wearing flashy outfits, so it makes no sense for an idol to be scared of doing cosplay. What? Why are you laughing? Sorry, I'm not trying to make fun of you or anything. It's just that you're fine with being an idol, so doing cosplay shouldn't be a problem. It's not that easy. I was only able to become an idol eventually after working up to it, you know. Tsubaki sighs, looking troubled. But still, I guess this is a good experience too. You've changed your mind pretty fast. That's because I get what position I'm in. I want to make it to the top as an idol, so I'll do whatever I have to do. Right, exactly. We can't let this opportunity go to waste. Of course, if anyone tries anything weird while you're cosplaying, I'll take care of them. You just relax and focus on the event. Even without me protecting her, I'm sure she can protect herself better than I ever could. But it looks like what I said helped her relax a little. Okay, I trust you, producer. Tsubaki gives a big nod as she says this, and I experience an odd feeling of satisfaction. And on that note, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next episode when we'll see what cosplaying Tsubaki looks like. Can't wait. See you, bye.